Hi everybody, how's it going? I have a really quick spoiler-free review for you of Tana French's In the Woods. This is a mystery novel from 2007, and this is the first book in the Dublin Murder Squad series. I've never read French. I've gotten a lot of great recommendations, a lot of friends who have read most of her stuff, and I decided to check this out. And overall, this is a great literary mystery novel. If you're looking for something that's like a pulpy detective book, this is probably not for you. If you're looking for something that is more along the lines of like an Agatha Christie whodunit, probably not for you. The mystery in here serves more as a vehicle for character development. But yeah, basically, this is a story about two detectives in Dublin. The main character, this is his POV, it's written in the first person, is Detective Rob Ryan. And you also have his partner, Detective Cassie Maddox. And they're both working on solving a case of a young girl who is murdered in the town in the woods, and her family is a rich family, pretty prominent local family, and the main character Rob Ryan, he had a traumatic incident happen to him as a kid. He went into the woods with his friends as a kid, and he was the only one that came out, and no one knows what happened. He doesn't even quite know what happened. And it happens in the general same area as this murder, and he starts to notice similarities between the two cases. So as this book goes on, certain things in the case trigger him to remember more parts of what happened to him in the past. So you basically have these two, sorry about that. You have these two detectives that are working on solving this murder mystery, but also you're getting flashbacks when he's triggered by things, and you're learning more and more about the mystery. So there's two mysteries going on in here at the same time. This is a great book, man. So the first thing I want to say that I really liked about this is French's writing. The opening of this book, she describes Dublin in the summer, and it was an amazing opening, a really arresting opening to the book. It totally almost took my breath away. The writing was so beautiful. You see people say things like flowery prose, and that's kind of how it is. I think it's more poetic in nature, just beautiful writing. I don't know if the writing was consistently like the opening, but overall, this is a great book. This is the kind of book that you read for the writing and for the characters. Being that this is a character-based novel, and like I said, the mystery in here, while is very interesting, you get a great, fun mystery in here. It is more a vehicle for this character development. And really what you're dealing with here is two characters who are being affected by a case. You're getting to see the emotional toll that the something as horrible as solving a murder mystery, having to be involved in something like that, takes on a person. It's very interesting. Ryan is a great character in here. He's a total mess. He's a completely flawed character. I love reading flawed characters. It makes them feel more real and fleshed out. Cassie Maddox is kind of the straight man in here. She's this person who kind of keeps Ryan in check, but she's like a firecracker. She's very funny, but she's also flawed herself. They make an excellent duo. There's plenty of other fantastic side characters in here. The characters in here are the star of the show, and the writing, it's really, really good. But like I said, it's not just that. You also get a great mystery. The only thing about this book that really wasn't quite up my cup of tea, let's say, was that while it's very slow paced, and I like slow paced stuff, I like slow paced movies and books, there are times where it slowed so much that I felt like, and I want to reiterate, I really do recommend this, but almost a little boring. Like, it was hard to keep my attention. There were times where there were numerous chapters, and the chapters were a little on the long side, where it just felt like not much was happening. We were getting just a little bit of character development, and it kind of slowed the pacing of the book. Also, because the past events are not, it's not every other chapter. It's just when he's triggered by something that makes him remember something that happened to him in the past. Because those are spaced out, even though those are interesting and certainly very important to the plot, those were moments where I felt like the book slowed to a crawl as well. So a little bit unevenly paced for my tastes. But this is overall an excellent, very smartly written book. And if you were looking for something like an Agatha Christie whodunit, this is not that. You want a pulpy detective book, this is not that. But if you want a literary novel, a very unique way to tell a detective story with great characters and really good writing, definitely check this out. Again, not to go into spoilers, but wanted to briefly talk about it as much as I can without spoiling. A lot of people also tend to dislike the ending of this book, and if you know, you know. I just thought that the ending, personally for me, was extremely thematically appropriate, and the alternative that people are suggesting, it seems way too cheesy. I just couldn't see it going any other way than it did, and I just loved the ending. I thought she wrapped it up very perfectly, despite the fact that this is not the kind of book that anything really is ever wrapped up with a bow. It's that kind of story. Yeah, this was a great book. It's not terribly long. It's about 450 pages. So it's not a quick read, but it's definitely something you could read in a week or so. Great book. Definitely will check out her other stuff. I don't know if I'm quite so captivated by this, I want to jump into the next one, but I'll definitely be checking it out. It's a very atmospheric read. It's not scary or anything like that, but she writes very atmospherically. It's a very brooding book. There's just a constant sense of brooding and just not a great feeling hanging over the characters' heads in here. So yeah, In the Woods by Tana French. Definitely check it out if this sounds interesting to you. It's worth a read for sure. Very cool, unique writing. Yeah, I'll be back with something else. I'm actually reading Cormac McCarthy right now. I'm reading All the Pretty Horses by Cormac McCarthy. Never read that. He's one of my favorite authors, and it's just fantastic so far. So I'll probably be back with a review of that. As always, I'd like to hear from you. If you've read this, let me know what you think. If you want to let me know what you're reading, or if you have any recommendations, I always like hearing from you. So yeah, peace out. See you next time, and have a wonderful day.